Hello, this is Sanjay Lahiri. I'm going to take the class on the topic of writing skill of IELTS. As you all aware that writing skill creates a lot of influence. So I hope that with this class we will be able to share some of the nitty-gritty of writing part, and we will be able to understand what exactly the writing skill is all about. So let us start with some sharing screen so that you can understand better that what exactly the thing is all about. Now you see here the first, let's talk something about IELTS. As you know that IELTS is recognized more than 140 countries across globe, and more than 10,000 organizations accepting this certificate or this qualifications, and this is mandatory for those who want to go outside for their job, for their studies, and you need to have some higher bands so that you can get a good positions over there. So this is most important exams in that way, or you can say the gateway of that. So now there are four parts of, there are four parts of these things. You see, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. But I think today we will focus more on writing skill because we are not a very frequent writer. So that's why what happens, we get a lot of trouble in writing skills. Okay, so let's see what is writing skill all about. There are two separate segments of writing. One is for academic and another is for general. So academic writing has different kind of questions, and general have some different kind of questions. So you need to follow this, that what exactly things are being done, right? So both academic and general are divided into two parts, task 1 and task 2. So now let's see. This is academic writing and this is for task 1. You need to remember that word limit is 150 and duration is 20 minutes. In this segment, you are asked to answer, a kind of this in front of you. You see, this is a visuals, things like that. Describe visual informations, diagram, chart, graphs, or table. So what actually, what they expect, what they want to see, they want to see your, the coherence, cohesions, lexical resources, and grammatical range and accuracy. This they want to see. Don't forget that when you write 150 words, when it is stipulated 150 words, you should not write under words, because if you write under words, then you can't deserve your band. It is better to cross the word limit, but don't write under words. But you need to remember that you have only 20 minutes. So the way they are expecting that you should write, so what exactly the way they want? Just see this model answer so you can get it better. I think so you can understand that how they want to see. In this kinds of writing, you remember few parts, few points very clearly, that theme sentence and theme paragraph, these are very important aspects of writing. Because on the basis of theme sentence or theme paragraph, remember, they didn't ask you to write a paragraph. They asked you a small kind of writing where you can change the paragraphs. See here, the paragraphs change. So you need to cover the whole aspects, because if you don't cover the whole aspects, then what will happen? It will be lopsided answer. So naturally, you need to know the things properly, that how to start a writing skill. And biggest problem, biggest hurdles a student faces, that is how to start, where to start. So for that, there are a few tricks which we need to know, that how to start and how to write. So this is for first part. That means you see that there is 20 minutes time and 150 word limit. Now this is the second writing part. I'm talking about still academic writing, because this is the most tough part for those who want to go for the academic, further academic study. You see the next part, that is the task 2. You will see there are 250 words limit and duration is 40 minutes. So obviously in this segment, you may be asked to write your discussive essays, and to provide a solution, evaluate a problem, compare and contrast different ideas or opinions, or challenge an argument or idea. What exactly they assess from these things? You see that they see the task response. That means how do you respond with the task given? What is the coherence and cohesion? What is the lexical resources, grammatical range and accuracy? And obviously, what is the compare, contrast different ideas or opinions, or challenge or argument or ideas? Because you know very well that ideas are the most important aspect. They want to see that what exactly can you think systematically, can you think in a critical thinking. These are the two aspects in coming days which will rule the world, that critical thinking and systematic thinking. Here also the same thing is followed, that you need to know that how they want to judge that how critically or systematically you can understand the proper, because you are going for the academic solutions. So this is for the academic part. Now let us go to the this answer. You see these answers. If you find these answers, you will see in these answers also all aspects covered. And here too, I would like to tell you that don't underwords. You must write more than stipulated to 50 words, but you should not write less than that. That it will be not considered in a proper manner. So this is the part of, I think so. This is you can say. This is the academic part. Now let us see a little bit the general writing is a bit something like that. General writing, for example, duration is 20 minutes, word limit is 150. General writing is having also the task 1 first. Write a letter in response to a given situation, I think so. And what they want to assess that, same thing, they want to assess that as far as your understanding whether the achievement of task, coherence, and lexical resources or grammatical range you can properly arrange or not. Grammar plays a very pivotal role here. You must know the nitty-gritty of grammar, because in writing skill we do a lot of grammar. In conversations people overlook grammar, but sometimes I think so. Grammar and spelling mistake, these are the two very important aspects for IELTS which you should not repeat. And the second part, if you see the general writing task 2, that is duration 40 minutes and word limit 250. That means here the same way, the discursive essay, you may be asked to provide some solution, evaluate a problem, contrast some different ideas or opinions or challenge. The only difference is that there may be not some kinds of graphs or those things like that, which are there in academic writing. And what they want to assess you, actually they want to assess the task response, coherence and cohesion, lexical resources and grammar and range. And these all they are expecting that you should respond in a proper manner. So in a nutshell, if I say that there are two segments of general writing 2, that's task 1 and task 2. And in academic part 2, there's a task 1 and task 2. Now the question comes, how to organize thought. This is the most important part, that how we can organize thought. There's a very common understanding that is called power thought, but apart from that, there are many other tricks too which we can say. What is power thought is all about? Power thought means P for planning, O for outline, W for write, E for edit, and R for revise. That means before writing, if you don't think what you want to write, then you won't be able to write exactly. Because once you get the paper and if you start writing, that won't work. So you need to know that how to plan the whole writing. Take some notes of outline. If you have some pencils or anything like that. So take some notes, which outline is what you want to do, which topics, which aspects you want to deal. And then write. And after writing, don't forget to edit, because editing is very important part. Sometimes we do punctuation errors, sometimes we make collocation errors. Collocation errors is also very important part. In English, sometimes we do some conditionals errors. Conditionals is also very important part in English. And after that, you have to revise if there is any kind of errors, if there is any kind of ellipses which you have missed probably. So you need to do that in a proper way. So At the end, I must say that this is the writing way, how you should organize yourself, how should you write yourself, and how you can do in that way. I must say one thing very much clearly, that practice makes a man perfect, but I beg to differ. I think so perfect practice makes a man perfect. So we need to remember that perfect practice makes a man perfect. And thank you once again for joining. This is Sanjay Lahiri. Thank you so much.